Hello guys, and welcome to my video on how to get a character ready for PvP by level 10 in ESO. So, I'm going to start this video by saying, if you like PvP in the Elder Scrolls Online, or you've never played it before but you're a PvP player and that's what you're looking to get into, this guide is going to help you get your character ready for PvP as soon as possible. In Elder Scrolls Online, I would recommend that you actually jump into PvP in the non-veteran campaigns on a lower level character like the one I'm about to show you guys here, because you probably have more fun in PvP. You're going to be put into a campaign that's going to be full of other players like you who are newer, and you're not going to have to compete with endgame builds that have tons of really good gear that you have to work to get your hands on, etc. So this is not going to be a guide that's telling you what build to run in PvP. I'm not going to show you guys any specific build to play. If you guys want to look up builds, feel free to do it. You can mimic any build that you want on a lower level character. This guide here is just going to show you how to get that character ready and set up for PvP so that you'll be powerful compared to your opponents, and you'll be able to compete well with other players in PvP also. Okay, so let's start off. The first thing that you're going to do once you finish your tutorial and you have escaped from Molag Bal's realm, you finally finish the tutorial, it will spawn you in your starting city. And for me here, it was actually Stone Falls into Davin's Watch. So it'll spawn you in the starting city. The first thing that you want to do, guys, is go to the Mages Guild and go to the Fighters Guilds, and you're going to pick up the Mages Guild and Fighters Guild skill lines there just by completing the first quest that they do. So the first quest is really easy, guys. You just talk to them, you say, I want to join the Mages Guild, I want to join the Fighters Guild, and that is all. And then you've completed the quest, they give you some gold, and you unlock your Mages and Fighters Guild skill lines. And that's it. Fighters Guild is going to be great because it'll unlock more stamina-based abilities as you level it up, as well as giving you access to a powerful stamina-based ultimate. Your Mages Guild is going to be the Magicka side of that, giving you more magical-based abilities. You can also unlock your Undaunted if you'd like. Your Undaunted Guild is going to give you more of utility skills. These skills aren't super great for PvP. Some of them can be good for PvP, some of them not so much. It's up to you if you want to do this. It's definitely not something that you have to do, though. And your Undaunted you unlock by going to the pub in the main city, and you don't actually have to do any quests to unlock your Undaunted. And you see the pub is right here, the fish stink. You don't have to do any quests to unlock your Undaunted. All you have to do is start the Undaunted quest and you unlock the skill line. Okay, so now that we've picked up our Mages Guild and our Fighters Guild skill lines, what we're going to do is level up our character to level 10. Now this part is up to you guys. There's lots of different ways to level in ESO. The fastest way to level up is going to be to grind mobs. Find yourself mobs that are around your level and you can just kill them to level up. Now, if you want to PvP, though, and you want your character to be ready for PvP and you want to have some skill points to actually build your character a proper build once you hit PvP, you're not going to want to grind your character. Instead, what you're going to do at this point is run around and look for Skyshards all over Tamriel. So I'd recommend starting with the first zone that you start in. You look here that I don't actually have any Skyshards from my add-on appearing on this map because I did get them all. And then, of course, you have your starting islands that you can check out for Skyshards too. And you see I missed one here on this character. So you can grab all the Skyshards that you can. I'd recommend starting at the lower level zones and working your way up. You can actually, if you don't complete the delves, if you just run in and grab the shard and run out, you can actually get all of the starting zone Skyshards by the time you hit level 10, and then once you hit level 10, all you'll have is Cyrodiil Skyshards to kind of work towards. That being said, though, guys, once you've collected 1 or 2 zones worth of Skyshards, you should have enough, and at that time, you should be around level 10. So if you see here on my character that I played here, I finished collecting all the Skyshards in Stone Falls, and I moved down to Deshawn, and I only grabbed, I think, 1 Skyshard, and that was it. And I had hit level 10 at that point, and I had quite a bit of skill points, so I went on to PvP, guys. So now we're at the next stage. We finally have our level 10 character. We have our Skyshards. Now what we need to do, guys, is get geared. So this is the fun part of getting a character ready, because this is where buildcraft, etc. will come into mind. As I said before, guys, if you want to gear your character out and you're going for a specific build, you can definitely look up builds on the internet or check out sites like ESO Head, and you can get ideas for builds there. But if you do not want to follow any particular build, that's okay as well. You can just gear your character up and just run whatever you want when you get out there. Figure it out as you go. But let's get into the gearing. So what I'm gonna tell you guys is once you hit level 10, you're gonna want to find someone to craft you gear. So if you've been collecting the Skyshards and you've been collecting your gear and coins that you've been getting, selling all your items that you're getting, of course, as you've been leveling up your character, you should have enough gold now in order to purchase yourself a full set of crafted gear. So you can get yourself a full set of whatever you would like. I'd recommend checking out the link in the description to ESO crafted sets that I have for you guys there. It's right below the link to the Skyshard map as well. So you guys can pick any set that you really want. I would recommend, if you don't know what to pick for yourself, if you're going to play a physical stamina-based build, you're going to want to go for the set Hunding's Rage, and you see I'm wearing it here. And the Magicka equivalent of that set is called Julianos. And if you want to play a Magicka-based build, I'd recommend for going either Julianos or Seducer for a Magicka-based build. And both of those sets will work well as well. Of course, it's totally up to you guys. You can run any set that you want. So you have 8 gear slots if you're running a weapon, a two-handed weapon. If you're running a single-handed weapon or a shield, you'll have 9 gear slots available to you. That allows you to make a 5-piece crafted set and a 3- or 4-piece crafted set. And these pieces here, once you have them crafted, guys, you're not going to get them to purple like my set is here, especially if you created a new character. I just happen to have my own max crafted character, so I created my gear in purple for me, just because I had the supplies to do so. But you will probably not be able to find someone who's going to craft you the gear in purple. That being said, it's always a possibility. If you guys can, I'd recommend getting the gear in at least green. That being said, if you cannot get the gear in green, getting it in just white normal gear after it's been crafted works as well. You don't have to fret too much about upgrading your gear. It's not such a big deal. But I would say try to go for at least green if you can. So now that we've grabbed our gear, the next thing that we're going to want to get is a necklace and some rings. Now these pieces here, you'll either find them as you level up to level 10, you'll find some necklace or ring that you're going to want to wear, or you can go to guild stores and you can buy these in guild stores from other players. It's not super hard to find necklaces and rings level 10 and lower. They are sold in guild stores every now and then. They're not too terribly expensive. What I would recommend is that you get the right trait on your necklaces and your rings according to the build that you're going to play. So you see here that I'm playing a stamina-based build, so I've gone with Robust on my necklaces and rings. I've got Robust on the necklace and then on the rings as well. And then if we look at the enchant that I have on my necklaces and rings, these are all weapon damage. Now the enchant isn't too important when you're buying the necklace and ring because you can always change it. What I would recommend, guys, is if you can find someone to craft you enchants for your necklaces and rings, you can definitely do that. If not, I'll show you guys where you can buy enchants that you can just put on your gear. They're just going to be white level enchants, but you can put them on all your pieces of gear, including your necklaces and rings. What enchants you want to put on here, up to you. I would recommend weapon damage or spell damage based on maximum magicka or stamina based build, and then I'd recommend stamina recovery or magicka recovery based on, of course, what build you're running again or whatever your character seems to need. So now that we've got our rings, and we've got our gear, the next thing that we're going to want to do is grab our Mundus Stone. So I'm going to leave a link to Mundus Stones as well for you guys in the description, so you guys can check out the Mundus Stone, the different Mundus Stones that you can put on your character there, as well as it'll show you guys where you can find the Mundus Stones and what they do, etc. Regardless of what faction you pick, guys, you will be able to get whatever Mundus Stone you want. So check out the link that I've given for you guys there. If you see on my character here, I actually don't have a Mundus Stone buff right now. I do not have the Mundus Stone buff. That's for realsies. So I would need to go grab it myself too. It's not something that's super important for your character, but it is extra stats for free. So you guys should definitely look into checking out Mundus Stones. Okay, so now let's talk about enchanting our gear. So we have our gear now, and I have enchants on mine, but you guys at this point wouldn't have enchants on any of your gear. Where are we going to get enchants for our gear? Well, what you want to do is go to your Alliance War. Well, of course you need to be level 10 to get in here, guys. Go to your Alliance War, and this is how you're going to kind of pay for gearing out your PvP character by PvPing now at this point. Everything else has been paid for. The rest, your food, your potions, and your enchants are all going to be paid for by PvP itself. So you're going to want to go to the enchanting station, and you're going to want to find the enchanter. Near the enchanting station. You see here on Ebonheart Pact, it's this lady right here. And if I go to the enchanting store, you see that she sells glyphs that are applicable to my character's level. We have from level 10 to 20 glyphs, all the way up to level 30 or 45 glyphs here. And the glyphs that she sells are going to be based on your character level, so you will always be able to buy glyphs from her that will be applicable to you and that you will be able to use on the gear that you have. So you buy the glyphs from here for AP. You see that they don't cost too much AP at all. All you have to do is go out into PvP, guys. Just get a few kills, and you'll be able to buy glyphs to deck your character out with. I have about 160k AP on my character here. I've been PvPing since level 10. I'm almost level 15 now. So you'll be able to buy all the glyphs that you want for your character. Here, you can buy glyphs for your weapons, you can buy glyphs for your jewelry, and you can buy glyphs for your gear as well. Now, that being said, your selection is a little bit more limited than if you had a crafter who could craft you the glyphs themselves. So keep that in mind, guys. But gearing up with the white glyphs isn't terrible. It's a really great way to get your hand on cheap glyphs and get your character ready for PvP as soon as possible. Okay, guys, so for the last part of getting your character ready for PvP, what we're missing now, we have all our gear ready, we have all our Mundus buff on, we've got everything enchanted. All we're missing is food and potions. Now, food and potions are actually really, really easy to get and maintain having an amount of in PvP. PvP will pay for your food and potions. That's the beautiful part of it, guys. So if we go to any siege merchant in the PvP zone, now they're not just at the starting zones here, guys. You can actually find a siege merchant at every resource around a keep, as well as in the keep itself, you'll find siege merchants. So you can visit these vendors anywhere in Cyrodiil. They're all over the place. Go to the store in siege merchant, look at the different potions that they've got here. We got Alliance Battle Drought, Health Drought, and Spell Drought. The Battle Drought is going to restore your stamina, give you major brutality, which will increase your weapon damage. Awesome for stamina builds. The Spell Drought is going to be the Magicka equivalent. You'll get Magicka back, and it'll increase your spell damage. And then the Health Drought will restore your health, and it will give you immunity to knockback and disabling effects for about 3 seconds. These effects all go up in duration of time. You see how it's only 5.8 seconds right now for the regen and the damage bonus. These all go up as you level up, guys. But this is where you're going to be able to get your hands on some really cheap potions, 60 AP each. You'll be able to get a whole bunch of potions here to keep your character good and geared out potion-wise. Now, when it comes to food, your food buff on your character is a permanent buff that'll last for about an hour, depending on the quality of food that you buy. You can go to the AP vendor, and they sell a whole bunch of different food here for your character, guys. I would recommend, if you're a stamina-based build, go for something that has to do with stamina. Of course, if you're a Magicka-based build, go for food or drink that has to do with Magicka. Your food and drink, they can increase your max stat, they can increase your recovery. You have a bunch of different options with them here. So there you guys have it. That is how you're going to keep your character well and equipped supply-wise. You'll get your food, your drinks there. You can also get siege equipment there for PvP, but that's not really related to the video. Okay, so that covers the video, guys. That is seriously all that you really need to know to get your character geared for PvP in Elder Scrolls Online. Now, the last question that you guys will have for me at this point is, you guys, I know, are going to go and you're going to PvP and level up and have fun, and you're going to come back to the video and you're going to say, hey, when do I need to re-gear? Now, when it comes to re-gearing in PvP, guys, all your gear is scaled up to veteran rank 15 once you enter the PvP zone. So when should you re-gear in PvP? I would recommend that you re-gear every 5 to 10 levels as you PvP in the Elder Scrolls Online. Now, 5 levels being sort of the minimum, 10 levels being more of the maximum of that spectrum. So you can see I'm coming up on level 15 here. I'm actually going to do a re-gear of level 16 gear because level 15 isn't actually a crafted gear bracket. So I'm going to do a re-gear once I hit level 16 on this character. Of course, I will be doing a nice set of gear for my character. I'll finally be getting weapon swaps, so I'll be able to put in a full, more of a full build on my character. Now, you guys, regarding a regear, I'd recommend waiting 5 to 10 levels. Now, your gear isn't too important to reset up, honestly. When it comes to your armor, this you can do once every 10 levels. It doesn't have that big effect on your character. It will have an effect on your character to some degree, but it's not a super huge effect, and it's not a big deal if you wait 10 levels to regear with this stuff. Now, when it comes to your weapon, I'd recommend regearing that one every 5 levels. Your weapon's a lot more important than your gear when it comes to regearing, because you get a lot more stats from your weapon than you do from the armor that you wear. And then finally, when it comes to your necklaces and your rings, regearing these guys, you actually don't have to regear your necklaces or rings ever while you're in non-veteran PvP. You can keep a level 10 necklace or ring all the way until you hit level 49. If you really want to, because if you look at the enchants on here, you see how it has 140 weapon damage. The difference between my level 7 ring and my level 10 ring, they still have 140 weapon damage. I have 2 different enchants on these. One of them is a lower level enchant, and one of them is a higher level enchant. They're both the same quality. They're both purple enchantments, but one of them is actually lower level than the other. But if you look when we enter the PvP zone, they're still both telling me 140 weapon damage. These enchant values don't actually go down as you level up. So if I continue to wear this level 7 necklace and I hit level 30, I will still get 140 weapon damage from this necklace. It's just that my maximum stamina value will go down on the necklace. So that's kind of the negative effect to it. So you can regear your necklaces and rings, guys, but you don't have to regear them often, especially if you have good enchants on your necklaces and rings. I wouldn't even recommend regearing them at all, especially if you can get a purple or a blue enchant on your necklaces or rings. Then they're worth holding on to for 10 to 20 levels, even past when you got them. So there you guys have it. Okay, guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to ask in the comment section. Any links that I talked about, you will find in the description as well. And there you have it. If you guys liked what you saw, feel free to hit that like button and or subscribe button. And I hope to see you guys again. Have a great day.